getting a bit of decent feed. Not a bad view. Just after 12 o'clock. It's not like the Edinburgh map. It's a bit more open here. Here we go. I'm going to walk down a bit. I was going to try and get the march past, but we're just not getting any. Decent reception there. I'll see if I can. Independence live, so give us a wave here.
Give us a wave on independence.
That's some get up. Yeah, lovely to see you. I'm well, thank you. There's more really talking about anyway. Bugger. Oh, flag up there. Well, I have seen marches this length in total, and this is just starting. Very encouraging. I'll give it all a week already. I'm just going to stand here while it passes. In general, you know, first of all, it's constituencies where this is what I'm going to catch Johnson Hill. It's almost Johnson Hill. For that first vote. It's not such a bad idea to line that vote to solid the lesser, smaller independence party. Take your second vote. Line it up to push them on the list. Or all that, or the life of living in Scotland. Right? So in the Western, for instance, I'll just keep the very style on the boat and various engines are very good for participants. So that's really very accurate. Break this down into traffic through. Traffic is passing North Bridge.
Standing still to get a better pictures. I let the band go past and let some of the supporters go past so you can see what's happening. Wonderful sight to see the Saltires fighting again. First time this year. First rally, first match. You see, on the 25th of April, don't forget, All Under One banner. They have a match in Glasgow. So if you can support that as well, it'd be much appreciated. But this is what we want to see. More people out, more people asking the question, why? Why don't we get independence? Why does the UK English Parliament keep saying there's not enough appetite for independence? There definitely is enough appetite. What I would say to the UK government in England, the English UK government, we're coming and you're not going to stop us. If you keep saying no, we'll find another way to do this. We're not going to be held captive in this so-called union of equals. It is time for the Scottish people to start to use their voices. You can start with this election. Vote for SNP, Alliance, Paddy McCarthy, independent candidate in West Region, ISP, anybody who supports independence. We need a massive independence majority in the Scottish Parliament. I advocate voting SNP 1, other independent.
And you know, there's a lot of people who say, oh, defence and stuff like that. Well, think about it. Scotland doesn't have enemies in the world. Yes, we will have a military force, so that we can defend our shores in the very, very slim chance that we really need to do that. But at the moment, these nuclear weapons are a target on our back. They always put up the geographical argument as to why the nuclear weapons are stored and the nukes are on the submarines and things. It's taking a turn in the whole thing. These American nuclear weapons. Scotland sees no benefit. In fact, it's worse than no benefit to say. Scotland sees a target on its back. And we're off again.
Even if they know.
Say, these people are doing what we all need to do a lot more of. We need to be out there, we need to be supporting independence, we need to be actually shouting about it. We could take a leaf out of our European cousins' rule books. They go out, they demonstrate. In Georgia, they demonstrate because they want to be part of the EU. In France, if they have a problem, my God, they demonstrate. I don't advocate setting light to stuff, but maybe we need to go to the streets. Maybe we need to take this outside Parliament as well as inside Parliament and show the support for independence. I'll shut up now and just let you enjoy seeing these people on a cold Edinburgh day marching for independence. Here we are. What's your name, please?
Teresa.
Where are you from, Teresa?
Bathgate.
Bathgate. And you're supporting independence?
Yes, definitely.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Thank you for your support. Lots of different flags, green flags, Republican flags. People of Scotland needs to decide our future, and we will. As you can see, it's quite a good turnout. Crowd still marching, still people. All abilities, they're marching. Inspiration, my darling. It will come. We have 129 MSPs, and we have all these people today. These people's voices need to be heard in Holyrood, in Westminster, on the international scene. These voices are more important than 129 MSPs, because these are the people who will bring independence. The legislators can put the legal mechanisms in place, but until people like this and more people join, that's when we get independence. When we get enough people to want it. And I believe we already have them numbers. And I believe that's why the UK English Parliament refuses to talk about independence. So it's up to us. It's up to the people. It's our country, and it needs to be our voices and our choices. We need to empower the people and empower our communities. We actually need to change the way we do things. We need to change the way the parliaments run. It needs to have full powers, but it also needs to be governed in a different way. Decentralised, direct democracy is one way, but we have to decide ourselves. It's for the people of Scotland to decide. But it's good to see all these people in Edinburgh today. I've not seen a match this size for a long time. It's good to see. COVID sort of put a dampening on things. And as I said earlier on, out of all this time, all under one banner as well, I've been out there trying to get people out to march and trying to give people a voice. So come on, let's actually try and support all organisations who want independence. A cold winter's, well, it's supposed to be spring day. Feels like a winter's day. On a spring day, people have come from far and wide. You can see a banner there for South Ayrshire. So, there we are. Give us a shout out, South Ayrshire. Give us a shout. Come on. Independence Live. Come on. That's it. Well done. So here we are. Ayrshire, Aberdeenshire, Borders, Islands and Highlands, West of Scotland, North, South, East, West. The thirst for independence is here. It's here today. You can see it in people. They're willing to come and do this. Doesn't matter who's organised the march, it's that people have come here today to do this. Doesn't matter who's speaking. I would much rather see a broader depth of people speaking, but we can't change what's happening. Next week as well, up in Arbroath, there's a gathering there, and we need to do that. We need to be there. Good to see socialists out, brothers and sisters. There we are. It's Arbroath, celebrating the Claim of Right next Sunday, April the 5th. If you can make it, be there. There's some good speakers. More grassroots speakers, if I'm honest with you. But that's what we want. It's not about polished politicians, celebrities. It's about people. About the nation. About the nation we want and the nation we can build. There's some people here today who scrape their last pennies together to get here. And that means something to me as a person who's called Scotland home for 35 years and who wants to see Scotland flourish. It's not really about flags, it's about people. Flags are great things to rally around, but we have to rally around ourselves, the people. And I say, we're still moving along. It's brilliant to see. But we need to do more of it, as I said earlier on. It's good. Let's see if we can get some more people to give us a wave. Give us a wave for Independence Live. Give a wave. Give a cheer. That's it. Well done, guys. Well done.
As opposed to what? To going out. So like if I wear a black one.
Hi there. How you doing? Not bad. What's your name?
Holly Hudson.
Where are you from, Holly?
Glasgow.
Oh, I'm glad to see you here today. You enjoying the match?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what do we want?
Independence.
When do we want it? There we are. Well done. Hi guys. How you doing? Give us a smile and a wave. That's it. Well done. Well done. Well done, everybody. Well done. It is going on and on and on. As you can see it, it just keeps coming. There's Mr. James Dippy from North Ayrshire. How are we doing, James? Are you enjoying yourself, Jana?
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Absolutely love the cabaret up the road there.
I know. I know. Hey, nothing compared to what we're doing. Take care.
I say fine! You say stop! Fine! Go! Fine! Go! I say fine! You say stop! Fine! Go! Fine! Go!
Do a shout out for Sean Mellon. All in one banner. Man's put such a shift in over these years, it's unbelievable. Gordon McRae as well. Stalwarts. Absolutely great to see these people still there. We can't afford to lose them, guys. We really can't. We can't afford to lose them. These people need your support. You need to come out in your numbers like today for All in One banner in Glasgow on April the 25th. We need to show the Westminster Government, the English Parliament, that we will not be silenced. We come to Welsh flag as well, my own country. We're far and wide as taffs. I'll see if I can find out where they're from for you. Not for any other reason, but I want to say hello myself. There we are. Can I ask you where you're from, sir?
Originally, I'm from Villanville.
Oh, I'm Cumbrain. So,
I'm the only plaid Cymru councillor in Scotland.
oh my God, good for you. All right, you take it. Diolch yn fawr. There we are. Let's say is keep coming.
You the future, mate.
Oh, am I on your light?
You want to be?
Yeah.
Here's a youngster here on Independence Live,
Yeah.
jumping up and down for his own future.
Yeah.
Well done, you're famous on Independence Live. So there's somebody enthusiastic about the future.
What we got here now?
Hello Paddy, how's it going?
Banners. Scottish
Oh,
national
feeding it out like a yo-yo, but
Not bad. Yourself?
aye. I'm going to try and get to the bottom.
It's staying calm at the moment, so I've stood still and done. Just watch up. I'll catch you later. Here we go. The giveaway for independence. Can you shout out for Indie Live? Well done. Well done.
Catch the pipeline. And if Paddy shows up, might even just pass the pipeline documentation over to Paddy.
So, here we are on a colourful day in Edinburgh. My hands are getting quite cold now, but if these people can do what they're doing, I can put up with this myself as well.
They're almost down the bottom of the mile now. The ornament's just a few hundred metres.
And thousands here today. Thousands. Thousands of people, citizens, sovereign Scots. Because under the claim of right, that's what we are. We're sovereign Scots. So, if you live here and you believe in Scotland, you're a sovereign Scot. Simple as that. You don't have to be born here. As long as you're here and you want what we want. We want an independent Scotland, not for any other reason other than to shape our own future. Because that's what needs to happen. There's Mr. James Scott. Hello, James. How are you getting on? How you getting on?
I'm getting on fine. I'm working away trying to free Scotland.
That's it. And then next week, April the 5th, you've got a rally up in Edinburgh.
I have a rally in Arbroath. And the Declaration of Arbroath says, so long as 100 Scots remain alive, we will never subject ourselves to the dominion of the English. It is not for glory, it is not for riches, neither is it honour, but it is liberty alone that we fight and contend, for which no honest man will lose but with his life.
Thank you, James. So there you are, the Declaration of Arbroath. It's that old, boys and girls. There's a chanter there. There we go. Yep, that's the end of the match. But my God, that's been a good one, isn't it? Hopefully the feed holds up as it has for a change. It's been dropping all morning, but we're doing our best. I'll just follow the march down now. See if it's in the back yet. Anybody watching on back home? This is what you need to do back home, guys. Wales deserves just as much Scotland, its independence, to run its own affairs. But my God, we can't do any worse than a shit show that's been going on for the past 20 odd years to me. And longer than that, if we're honest. As James said, it's not for glory. As long as there's 100 Scotsmen, that's what they've declared. They would never be subservient to anybody else. Then came 1707, when, as Burns would say it, a parcel of rogues for silver went and sold this country. It happened to Wales a very long time. But there's nothing to say we can't do it. This has been my first official helping out for Indie Live. I hope it's been good enough. And again, as I said, I'm going to pick myself. I can't. I'm standing in the West Scotland region as an independent candidate on the platform of decentralised democracy for Scotland. Part of me wish I could do it for my people back home as well, and my family and friends. Because they deserve it too. And for Irish reunification, Scotland and Wales and England to be independent, to make their own futures, choose their own destiny. But still be friends and neighbours.
I've got the feed again. I see the feed drop there because we just passed Jenny there from
But independent.
Random Scottish history. pushing my way down to the front. And the feet back again.
Working my way down. The crowd again now. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, even though, as I said, my hands are bloody like ice.
Kevin Gibney right now doing the introduction for this. And we're back again. I was just saying I didn't fancy being in Kevin Gibney's seat right now, struggling to do the production.
And it's very good.
And to be honest, actually, I'm very sure that this love.
Did you say you're on these people?
Just say that
You're back. I'm going to say sorry. Drops every so often. Not Lesley was really on, but
happened with radio waves.
back.
Which one does not against the other? And we're back again live. I've never known the reception to be so bad. Radio waves rely on molecules banging into each other, one molecule to the next. My brain system was attacked. Radio waves. You cannot believe it, but you've actually made it to the beginning of the march. Just see. It's one of the things right around the corner.
Stick off the beat.
Hiya. We are on Regent Road and the mascot. Culloden and his master. Say hello, Culloden.
How you doing?
And you. That is what we call canton, and we have referendums coming out of the north. We have referendums, we can make a decision about anything. We're very concise we tell you exactly what the issues are, and it will give the various people and you get regional and national. So the Swiss consulate's just up there, and a very fine thing to have direct democracy. As the people of Scotland as we are now. And direct democracy is very much a tenet of have to make because right now with those abominations you don't have to because as we were forming they wrote letters a campaign and both parties do whatever you do was just independent. That's another tenant. You're campaigning for, voting for.
Here we are again. To myself, moving along. And this is the end destination. And the rally is to be held.
And all this prosperity that
On the road since 6 this morning. Go on, dude. My God. Well. Half the seat. All kind of blood. Your wave for Hindi Live. Your wave for Hindi Live. Well done. Going well. Good too. Over. The works in the middle. Can I ask you where you're from?
Me, Montrose.
Montrose?
Yes.
Oh, so, early start this morning?
Yes.
Yes. Well worth it?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely, they always are.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Why is it that?
Here we go.
Hiya, Peter.
Hello, how are you doing? You alright?
Not so bad. Broadcaster for Independence Live.
Excellent. How are you?
managed to get to the end of the march and then run through and come back to the march. That was pretty cool. Well, part of what I'm going to be doing.
View of what it's like to be in the march itself.
Yeah.
And amongst people, as you can see.
And sharing them. And, yes, genuinely sort of remember who's who.
Like when you're marching.
Yes, we could have leave in front of the march now, so...
If you could, that would be amazing. Yeah.
But this man here has been Peter, and this is the action man behind Scotland Channel. So Scotland Channel is currently on YouTube. So one of the things to do, right, even if you're not that interested in the feed that he's got on, because not everybody's going to be interested in everything, but you'll be interested in most, make sure you just leave it running till the end, whether you're in the room or not.
Absolutely.
And it promotes what Peter here's doing.
We need to promote the algorithms. The important thing from the point of view of the Scotland Channel is that we actually reach the people in Scotland that are not independence supporters. So the more support we get from the independence movement to help YouTube make us more visible, the better it is, because we can then actually reach those people and hopefully
Experience.
persuade them to
Lots of people.
Peter's put out a lot of content in there, cultural stuff, historical stuff,
Yes,
some
it's not all
political
political.
stuff. So there's an awful lot of diversity in what he's doing, because this could be the beginnings, the burgeoning, the seeds of
our
a
own
Scottish broadcaster.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping
will he
so.
be carrying football soon?
Well, we've got exciting plans. Football, that's a bit of a stretch at the moment, but we have got a really diverse range of programmes that you can watch at any time. So if you're
Sometimes the flags get in your face.
thing about Scotland, which usually there isn't, check us out on YouTube at the Scotland Channel, because actually we've got so many films, the Kelpies, how they were built. We spoke to the guy who actually designed and built them. We've got footage of them being built. We've got all sorts of stuff, Scottish wildlife. So it's not all political, but the idea of that is to get people who are not political into the channel, so that hopefully they start to learn a bit more.
Gabrielle.
Documentary that tells the real story of Scotland, not the unionist version that comes out of mainstream media. So that's what we're about.
But
Well,
well,
we're really aiming at
love
those
to do a bit
people.
of promotion there, Peter.
Thank you very
back to
much.
the front of the march. Take care. Bye now. So there you go, a little interview there, just as the march was stopping, with Peter from the Scotland Channel. So we'll get back down here again, and I don't know what Peter was doing, but he's probably trying to run up to the hill to do some production or something. And I'm holding him up there for a wee interview, but he's always up for a wee bit of promotion. So here we are back with the pipers again, and a drum, and a standard, and not to forget. Move in now.
Okay, Chris, are you ready?
Salisbury Crags. And right along the top of Arthur's Seat, right along the ridge, right along the whole of Salisbury Crags there are tourists almost shoulder to shoulder watching this march. Little interlude here, so you go over here, that pimp on the top there, that bump, that's Arthur's Seat, as many people know, and then below that you've got Salisbury Crags. But here, you're actually walking past the cemetery, a little bit further up, you can see, that's the old Carlton jailhouse, you can see just between the van and the government buildings. There's a cemetery there, and in that cemetery there's a monument to the martyrs. And the reason for
Independence! No!
which they're actually going to reopen because it was a bit unsafe due to rockfall and things like that. But they're going to reopen that road, and it's called the Radical Road. And it gets its name from the radical thinkers of the 1600s, I think. And I'm guessing there. 1700s. And the Martyrs Monument is a
Okay, on we go, guys. John.
Yep. We've got to the front again. You can see band's getting ready to play.
You can join us.
He's talking now, giving instructions to the police. are. You can see Arthur's Seat and Argyll going round a little bit. Capital of Scotland, Edinburgh. More Hanoverian names than anywhere else. Shows a bit of state. There's a fair few thousand here today demonstrating their rights. What they believe Scotland can be and should be. Because for Wales, England, are a reunified island. Friends, neighbours. See, next Sunday this is going to be another rally in Arbroath. Human rights, James Scott, Liberate Scotland. They kindly asked me to speak there, so I'll be speaking. Also, 25th of April, all in Umbana, Glasgow. If you could see numbers like this, it'd be fantastic. They've had a lot of trouble this year trying to organise this match. Glasgow City Council has not been the most helpful, and they've had to jump through all sorts of hoops just to get this match going. So, if people can turn up, it'd be really, really appreciated for them, for all the hard work they've done since 2014 onwards. And yourself. As always, small lips. Here up the road. Won't stop. The amount of people who are visiting we come up asking what's it all about, and when you tell them, they ask, why aren't you independent? Begs the question, doesn't it? When people from foreign countries come here, other European countries and all that, and ask, why aren't we independent? They assume we are. I tell you what, let's just sit at your steak. Let's get it. Negotiate. We can all have a peaceful, happy transition.
Oh, the crowd are getting a little bit anxious now. I don't know if you actually heard that chant there. There's somebody who's sitting there getting a bit bored waiting for whatever they're waiting for. And I was saying this is a little bit like waiting for independence. Oh, even we've been waiting here so long. Even Davy McGuinness has managed to puff his way to the beginning of the march. Live streaming for Independence Live.
Oh, cool.
We've got
a new YouTube channel, just visiting places, so I'll come and do it.
got a good day for it then.
Alicia, what do you do? People can check out your stuff.
Hi, well I'm Derek. I'm one of the live streamers for Independence Live. So if you go on, you can just Google Independence Live, there's a website, Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. And we document all these marches and other things when it comes to Scottish independence and the whole cause. So it's all documented and all sitting there ready for any historians that fancy taking a look later on.
Nice one. I've not covered guys. This guy, he's covered this whole thing. Many more.
The whole thing. And also the Scotland channel as well. If you go on the Scotland channel, you see an awful lot of the arguments and the reasons why we're looking to go for Scottish independence and why we want to be more trusted country other than the state we're all part of. Because there are 4 countries in this nation. There's not a nation, there's 4 countries in this state. Union.
Yeah, I know. Even people from other countries get confused what to call us. Like when you're on holiday, they say, hey, you're right, no, I'm Scottish. Oh, that's not English, that's Scottish. It's British, yeah. People can't even understand.
Which one's the country? Well, there are 4 nations, they're the countries. That's the big just people trying to get their head around all that.
Fair, it's like when the Americans say they're going to Europe on holiday. What's a big holiday?
You're good.
You got a certain part of Europe or just the whole thing?
You're going to be there a while then.
Have a good one, mate. Anyway.
What's your channel then?
LETV vlog. I go around areas showing villages and towns and I decide to come and do it.
So Independentistas, LETV vlog?
LETV vlog, yeah.
Check it out and you'll catch this man in a few documentaries round about various places around the world, yeah?
Yeah, well I've mostly go around Scotland. I'm going to start hitting England as well and then as it grows I might start. I've done a couple in Greece actually. Greece videos on there. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You've got your broadcast out of the 10,000
nice one.
watching this day.
Oh, great. Thanks very much.
Lovely to speak to you. Bye now.
Cheers.
So there you go. Somebody doing a bit of promotion for Scotland at the moment. So, LETV. You know what's fine then check it out. Bigger, but I think this is up there.
It's the biggest artery in Africa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They say also in the 2016, 2018. So 2018. 2019 was pretty big as well.
Heading up to $250,000.
I think last year in the rain as well.
Yeah, that's right. all part of the mix. It is. Chapping doors, marching streets, the whole coast. These people are more likely they're in there to show you support. So we're just seeing all these people along south of the crowd. They don't watch them down. They can't listen to them in the world. It was just this monster sneaking its way all the way down the street. Talking about it. Finally, we're off. So if you want to stay with the band, you can stay with Paddy's Peak. I'm going to head up the hill. And we'll see what's happening up the hill. Literally got a flying passenger. Some cracking shots of the what do you call it, the Salisbury Crags and all that, the march down below, eh? This is where the buses come in. Hang on and see you up there. There's a man struggling a bit with it. This is what people do. So that's happening up here. Just come in now. Try and get a decent vantage point up here. See the snake, the blue snake down below. I wonder what they're doing in the Royal High School. These back in the day were properties owned pretty much by the people, but you're getting the same as to what happens with it. It just gets sold up, come into flats. None of that revenue's up in their pockets. Bring on direct democracy. We can actually have a say.
Yeah, fantastic turnout. I'll see you and I'll watch the match and pass it and actually see for yourselves the numbers of people who have turned out today to march for Scottish independence or in support of Scottish independence. People's voices, people's choices. Empower our people, empower our communities. Give them something better than what we believe in. To be honest, the UK has not worked for a long time. In the past 20 years, it just highlighted no dysfunction. It is. No self-harmony. But even the EU the way we did. You can argue whether you want to stay in or whether you want to come out. But we left it in a very, very bad way. Statistics show the current conflict in the Middle East, the UK economy is going to be hit harder than anybody else.
Broken families and lands inherit will cast black and white into the garment.
Well, it's here just to see if we can see any of the march down below.
Build something better, not just for the few but for the many. Thanks to Rich. It's to rid of the poor. Because if you're poor, you have to spend your money. If you're rich, you spend your money. Lexus. You buy yachts, you buy paintings, you buy fast cars. People have to turn the heating on, pay the extortionate bills. We don't need to. Why do we peg electricity and oil prices to gas? No matter how many renewable turbines or green energy we have, if it's pegged to the energy market, if it's pegged to gas, it is far more expensive than it needs to be. So we have to drop that. Other countries have done it. The UK government, the UK English government has not. And I call it the UK English government because out of all the MPs that go to that place, it's nearly all English. So let's understand Wales, Scotland, Northern Irish MPs all got together, they could never win a vote. The numbers are stacked against them. So on paper it seems fair, but in reality it's not. They're there as a token. And you ask yourself a question. If there needs to be a road built in Manchester, or a road built, let's say, in Ayrshire, and it was down to the British state to decide how that road's to be built, there's more votes in Manchester and in England than there are in Ayrshire. The numbers, they need them to get into power. They don't need us. Five million Scots making decisions in Scotland. Nearly 4 million Welsh making decisions for people in Wales. And 55 million English making decisions for people in England. Seems fair to me. We don't want anything other than what's ours. It's raised in Scotland, it should stay in Scotland. It's raised in Wales, it should stay in Wales. It's raised in England, it should stay in England. I think we don't manage quite well. I'll leave you in silence. And you can watch these people march past. If I get a chance, I might ask somebody where they're from, just so we get a flavour of where people are travelling from. End of the night wedding song. Could I ask you where you travelled from?
Just outside Edinburgh.
Oh well, not too far, but you enjoying yourself?
Having a lovely day.
Thank you. Hello again. Here we are. These two robes are back. Have you enjoyed it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, estimate?
Oh hell, we're too small. We don't have the benefit of your height.
Oh well, I good few thousand. Good thousand. The biggest march for a long time.
Tens of thousands.
Let's say a million, shall we?
Yeah.
Well, put it this way: we know the media will try and downplay it, so we might as well play it. Enjoy your day. Hello, ladies. Can I ask where you've come from? Perth. Well, have you enjoyed it?
Yes, but one thing. Why has it been so slow?
I know.
Too slow. I got a cold. Where are you from?
Warm up your spirits. Me, I'm from Ayrshire. Well, not originally from a place called Cumberland, South Wales. But I've been up here 30 odd years now. Okay? That's it. And I support Scottish independence wholeheartedly. Puppies, I wish I could bring my dogs. It wouldn't last 5 minutes. It'd be back and all the time. That's a lovely hat you have there.
I know, and it's keeping my ears warm as well. And my hair out of my eyes.
Can I ask you where you travelled from today?
Just Dumfries.
Well, it's not quite away.
In Norwich, because we moved up here 5 years ago, especially to campaign for independence.
Well, that's fantastic. Right, enjoy your day.
There's a lot of us who like us.
I know. I know there is. And there we are. People live in Dumfries moved up from Norwich 5 years ago because they wanted to campaign for independence. Just goes to show, doesn't it? English people want to move to Scotland to be independent. Mad. But true. They see it's a better life. It's not just about independence, but a better life.
They haven't done that
I'll see if we can print off the official. Excuse me, have we got any estimates of the site yet?
A lot.
Your guess is more than that. You reckon?
Yeah.
Your
guess is
so more to 7, you reckon?
Yeah.
I'm thinking 5 or 7,
Yeah,
it seems to be that way, but I don't know. We've not got numbers.
I know. I mean, it's the biggest match for a long time.
I'm just I'm guessing from what you see from a football match, basically.
well, that's a good count, there, isn't it? Fair play. A bit more peaceful, mind. So, that's the policeman who's, as he just said, football match and all that. He reckons between 5,000 and 7,000. So, I'll take that. UK media want to say hundreds. Hundreds turned out for a match when it's actually thousands. We've been here before, but it's great to see. Fantastic. So, how's it getting a bit dark, I'm afraid to say. Hopefully it won't rain. Yeah, smiling faces. Can you give away for Indie Live? Hey! As I said as well, next Sunday, the gathering in Arbroath to celebrate the claim of rights. So that's going to be good. And then on the 25th of April, hello, in Glasgow, all in the own banner. We are a
45. We stand together and united we rise. We are a 45. The torch is lit, never shall it die. Come join the 45. And into trident and the legal wars, the killing, the dying for the rich man's cause. And until Westminster elitist rule, Etonian ways of greed and ridicule. So come join us, oh shoulders to the wheel, and strength and numbers, Scotland shall prevail. Let me see those flags, come on. We are a 45. We stand together, united we rise. We are a 45. The torch is lit, and never shall it die. Come join the 45. Until the rocks, they melt in the sun, we shall press on until this day is won. Until the locks, they run dry, we will not yield till the dream is realized. So come join us, oh shoulders to the wheel, strength and numbers, Scotland shall prevail. We are a 45. We stand together, united we rise. We are a 45. The torch is lit, never shall it die. Join the 45. Come join the 45. Come join the 45. That song was dedicated to a friend of mine, tragically passed away earlier this year, a fellow singer-songwriter. He's well known in the Yes movement. That was for Pete Scally. There's a song I wrote about meeting Robert the Bruce on my way home from the Boozer one night. Walking down the Royal Mile. Last night as I staggered home from drinking on the town, I sang a song of Scotland, a king he was once crowned. Then appeared before me the Bruce upon his steed, with a lion rampant, flag and shield of the country he once freed. He pulled me up behind him onto his horse's back, and we made our way to Holyrood, down the mile into the park, and we stopped outside of Parliament of a northern British state with token gestured powers and the scraps from a London plate. We galloped on through the mist, then up into the clouds, to the towns and the cities where poverty abounds. The food banks for the working poor, the disabled and the sick. An inconvenient truth for the Etonian elitist rich. That's not why we fought, he said, not why Wallace bled. To bow and be subservient, lifeblood was not shed. Who fought and died for liberty, don't let it be in vain. Rise up, stand up, get off your knees. Be a nation once again. To Argyll and Bute, we made our way to the peace camp of Faslane. For nuclear disarmament, we protest and we campaign. For the misery of austerity, still forced by London rule. £200 billion still found for Trident renewal. Then on to the Highlands, where tens of thousands died. To servitude and slavery in the colonies far and wide. 250,000 souls cleared from ancestral homes in a land the aristocrat and the Arab sheikh now own. We return to the capital of this northern British state. It drawed me at my tenement down by the Cannon Gate. I awoke in the afternoon in wonder I could say his lion rampant flag and shield placed there next to me. That's not why we fought, he said. It's not why Wallace bled. To bow and be subservient, lifeblood was not shed. He fought and died for liberty, don't let it be in vain. Rise up, stand up, get off your knees. Be a nation once again. Rise up, stand up, get off your knees. Be a nation once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Gore! Hey, what a turnout we have here. What a turnout. I think a big cheer for yourselves for making it up the hill. The marchers are still coming in. We've got an amazing lineup on this stage for you today. We've got Lesley Riddoch. We've got Aamer Anwar. We've got Brian Cox. And we've got John Swinney. And we'll have more songs from Kevin. We'll have Gaelic music and Scott's poetic performance as well. I'll give you just a little bit of housekeeping, then Kevin will give us 2 more tunes while we wait for the rest of the march to arrive and cram the hilltops, then we'll get right into the performances, right into the speeches. So just so you can, down behind you are all the portaloos, just down the hill a little bit. Accessible toilets are in the car park. Behind, there's a range of stalls. And just keep those flags flying, takes loads of selfies. This is an iconic moment. Well done for being part of it. Right, shall we hear a couple more tunes from Kevin Gore? Then, ladies and gentlemen, give me one big cheer for the man that's been a singer-songwriter on the independent scene for the longest time, Kevin Gore!
Unfortunately, folks, I've only got time for one more song because we're running a wee bit behind. This song is about why we're here today. A song called Independence Day, written back in 2013. Catch a chorus, please join in. Marching on the streets today in Edinburgh town with my yes badge on. A stranger, he approached me, said it was a lie. I said, yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. And when that day comes around, come he will for sure. We will have a country where all can be assured, a nation of equality, fairness and respect. And the government we vote for is a government we get on an Independence Day. Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. I'm not anti-English, Northern Irish or the Welsh. I'm just dreaming of a country that distributes its wealth. Downtrodden people have opportunity to break the chains and free themselves from the traps of poverty. Come on, Independence Day, Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. And I know that I am fortunate. I know well off I am. Compared to those in Kiev or in the Palestine, I'm just dreaming of a country that one day will be free to determine our own future and our people's destiny on Independence Day. Independence Day. Yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. Let me see the flags getting waved. Come on. Beautiful. He calado pala, he calado pala, he calado pala. He calado pala, he calado pala, he calado pala. I was marching on the streets today, still my yes badge on. Stranger, he approached me to tell me I was wrong. He said I was a dreamer, well I let him have his say. I said, yes, my friend, I'm dreaming of an Independence Day. Thanks very much, folks. All the best.
Let's hear it again for Kevin Gore. Incredibly, we've still got marchers arriving. What a turnout we have and what a scene. You guys look magnificent. Are you ready for your first speaker? A wise head of the independence movement. You all know her from her columns, for her amazing films and her huge intellectual contribution. Please welcome Lesley Riddoch.
Well, that's a bit intimidating, the old intellectual contribution. Can I just say, it's an astonishing thing. Did anybody fall over a traffic cone? Did anybody fall down a hole? Did you all manage to avoid the dog's dirt? Can I just say, that proves there is such a thing as society. because we all told one another as we were going along. And it's a fabulous thing to see that, the care that was taken of one another. I'm not sure if the care is extending to the microphone, but anyway, and that's a fabulous part of this, because it is not just a kind of a rammy, which this could easily be. This is such a kind of held and guided thing. So can I just find out, well, then maybe somebody's trying to give me another microphone? Hint. Okay. Right. Who's here from Glasgow? And the rest of the west of Scotland? Right. Who's here from Edinburgh? And the rest of the east of Scotland?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Who's here face south of here? Dumfries, Borders? Yeah, you know, it's classy but small, that's fine.
Anyone else in from New Biggin?
Right. And
we're ready to go.
Who's got a way of dealing with hecklers? Is this?
This should be working now.
Tricky wicky. Right. Right. Okay. I was in the middle of something which, if I didn't complete it, would be a very bad thing. So basically, who's from the Highlands? Have we got anyone from Orkney and Shetland? Well done, you guys. Have we got people from Inverclyde in a school? Because we bumped into you halfway along. There's folk from all over the place. Is there anyone here from Ireland? Anyone here from Wales? Yes, nice one. Because that's where we're going to see such a big, big thing happen in a couple of weeks' time. Because all the Celtic nations are voting for a progressive party whose leaders are actually big enough, with enough of a conscience and enough courage to say what Westminster cannot say, which is that Israel is committing genocide in Palestine. And if anyone thinks that's tangential to our cause, it isn't, because this is the kind of world we're trying to create in our country that takes care of other people and doesn't let the underdog be crushed by military might. It's appropriate that there are some radical words on Calton Hill. And that might seem surprising because most of what's behind me dates from a period when Scots, prominent Scots, called themselves North British. It's full of British, if you like, architecture, which is trying to ape Greek structures. And yet there are things that happened on this hill that make it essentially belong to us. And one was the vigil for Scottish independence and for democracy that happened here for 5.5 years. Now, I don't know how many of you remember this, the wee porta-cabin at the bottom of the hill, the brazier. Maybe you do or don't remember, but there was a never-ending shift of people who turned up, volunteers, without anybody with a clipboard organising them, day and night for 5.5 years until there was a referendum in 1997. Now, that is the kind of history that we have here. This is our hill, it's our land, it's our history, and it's our future. So, I'm not going to be here for long. We're all aware that you're all a wee bit cold. Not as cold as the young ones that are sitting up on the top there. Look at them. Nice one. But anyway, we're here today in defiance of time passing, in defiance of sometimes our worst fears, in defiance of falling out with people, in defiance of sore feet. We're here because of hope and a belief in the future and a belief in one another. And those are really, really important things now. The thing I just wanted to really say is that whilst people might feel that there is a stall in the constitutional process, the thing that has never stopped happening is that you, are becoming independent-minded. The process of independence is not a moment. All the Nordic countries demonstrate this. When we become independent, we've still got work to do. So the process of becoming independent is vital, and we've been doing it for the last 20, 30 years. If you think of the things that we have actually just done without thinking about it too much, we have rejected every bit of what Westminster has seen as okay. Everything that's top down, that's elitist, that tries to turn person against person, neighbour against neighbour, other foreigners, we've held against that. And we should remember this, because that's becoming independent from a British mindset we reject. If you needed any reminder, we said no to every Tory Prime Minister, from Margaret Thatcher to Boris Johnson and beyond. We've said no to student loans, no to first past the post voting, no to Brexit, no to the bedroom tax, no to council house sales. All of those things, you just think, yeah, of course. It's not of course in the rest of Britain. That's who we are. And we've said yes to the Scottish child payment, yes to folk from other countries being eligible to vote here if they've lived here just 3 months. We've said yes to integration, yes to New Scots, and we've ended up with the beautiful spectacle, go see the film, Everybody to Kenmure Street. And of course, Nicholson Square in Edinburgh, let's not forget, where people turned out to protect their neighbours. That's who we are. And who we are also, actually, is a qualifier for the World Cup. Hooray! But that's the important point. The Tartan Army are tremendous ambassadors for Scotland. And they make sure the way that they pay respect to other cultures, the way they raise money for children's charities in every city they visit, the camaraderie, the outreach, all of that means that whatever the result, and I'm not going to kind of vex it, but whatever happens, we are already seen as a country on the world stage because of who we are. So, thank you so much for coming. Can I just say hello, because he must be watching, to Gordon McIntyre Kemp, who was struck ill this morning, who put much of this together. So, it's been a tremendous privilege to walk at the front of this rally. You're lovely, and please keep going. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Lesley Riddoch. I got a couple of Kit Kats backstage. Who wants a Kit Kat? Are we ready for our next speaker? Please welcome a renowned civil rights lawyer who's always standing up for those denied power. Please welcome Aamer Anwar.
Thanks, Alex. Brothers and sisters, no politician with a greater respect, whether it be the First Minister or many of the politicians who are here today, really know what the future holds for us. But anything must be better than the decades of austerity we have faced and are now being told to expect. The last time they urged us to vote not to save the UK, to vote against independence, they claimed they wanted to build a land of opportunity for all. But the reality for millions is one of economic misery. And every general election, the bookies speculate on who will win the election, but it's always clear in Scotland who the losers will be. The pensioners, the sick, the poor, the unemployed. People should ask the simple question, who actually runs this country? Why should we take lectures about the irresponsibility of independence from the very people who nearly destroyed the UK economy out of their unrestrained greed? Why should a handful of men be able to threaten the future of entire nations from £100 million yachts? The Unionists have spent years rubbishing Scotland's economy, but an impartial observer might ask the question, if Scotland is such a basket case, why are they so desperate to keep it as part of the United Kingdom? Yet after 300 years of the Union, Glasgow has 6 out of 10 of the most deprived areas in the UK, where some 51% of our children live in poverty. Life expectancy for males in parts of Scotland is the worst in Western Europe. Today, the stakes are higher than they have ever been. In each European country, mainstream politicians have engaged with ideas once relegated to the margins of fascism. Election campaigns, including in this country, are being fought with the lives of men, women and children, and a toxic combination of inhumane laws, public ignorance and hostility has bred despair, has bred contempt and fear. Even if the victims of war and famine manage to get to Great Britain, they face hunger, they face homelessness. We have a barbaric system in Westminster that allows for little hope, scapegoating the weakest. The pictures 80 years ago of the emaciated corpses in the gas chambers of Auschwitz, Birkenau, Treblinka warns us of what happens when we look the other way. One only needs to switch on our TV screens, to scroll through our social media, to see the civil wars, to see the genocide in Gaza, to see the racism, to see the misogyny, the homophobia, that starvation and torture is still the norm. Refugees fleeing war, poverty, persecution and disasters aren't a drain on the resources of this country. But it suits those at the top to pump out the myths that migrants in boats are the problem, rather than the rich in their super yachts. I'm not a politician. Nor am I in any political party. And there is nothing more than I care about in this world than my children. But a vote for an independent Scotland must be a means for a bigger dream. That dream is bigger than any party. It's bigger than any individual. It's bigger than any leader. But there is one cast iron guarantee I can give you if we were independent. The people who live in Scotland will finally make the decisions that affect Scotland. Westminster will no longer have the right to dictate what we should think. No longer have the right to dictate what we should think, what we should create, what we should produce. We will no longer be told we cannot govern ourselves. From warfare to welfare, from employment to foreign policy, from cradle to grave, we will have the right to decide our own destiny. I want a Scotland that stands as a beacon for human rights around the world. I want a Scotland that rails against illegal wars. I want a Scotland that stops Prestwick being used as a staging post for rendition and US bombers. I want to live in a nuclear-free Scotland, and I want a justice system that is worthy of a civilized society. It's about the future of our children, of our children's children. It must be about whether Scotland will put people before profit, whether Scotland will send people to die in illegal wars, whether we will have a publicly owned health service and look after our old. That dream should be about the ending of poverty and inequality and standing up for humanity. Over the years, as a lawyer, I have repeatedly been told by my peers and my elders so many times that there is no point. You cannot fight the system. But all the things we take for granted in this country, the right to vote, the right to equality, the right to be gay, the freedom of religion, freedom from slavery, all these were once considered impossible dreams. But there is one freedom that we are still denied, and that is to be an independent country. And as I look around the world today,
a system that can rustle up hundreds of billions of dollars to incinerate people in Gaza, in Beirut, in Tehran, but never to feed them. It's not political naivety to demand that in a new Scotland, we must demand that the billions that go to death and destruction must build a new life. Those billions should lift the wages of ordinary people. They should give them jobs, build new hospitals, and give hope to our youth. We do not have the luxury of waiting. We can win, but we can only win if we are never scared to raise our voices for the truth. Thank you.
Aamer Anwar! That was a really passionate and bang-on speech about what Scotland would be, what we could represent in the world. Our next person up on stage is a poet, Faye Dundee, a Scots writer, a playwright. She is part of the Grassroots cultural revolution that is showing how confident the younger generation is, how able we are to represent ourselves and to express ourselves in Gaelic, in Scots and English. Please welcome to the stage, Taylor Dyson!
Thank you so much for having me today. It's really great to be here and to continue the discussion and the push for an independent Scotland. As Ali said, I'm a writer Faye Dundee and grew up speaking in broad Dundonian Scots. My whole family spoke in Dundonian Scots, or what we would call Ore. I don't know if any of you ken that. And like many of us, we grew up thinking it was a bad thing, and I think a lot of people here can relate to that. It made us less than, and for too long, people across this country felt this way. It's a discussion I've had time and time again with people from or Scotland, all ages, generations. But I think that we're at a point now where we could start celebrating the uniqueness we have. Our culture, our art, our languages, Gaelic, Scots, English, those vital things reflect our place in the world, our national identity. We have such a thriving art scene already, as we've seen already today, and I often think if we were independent in Scotland, it could allow us to have more representations in our languages, more diversity, more working class representation, and an even more thriving culture. Scots is incredible. It encapsulates so many dialects up and down the country. And it's not just about celebrating amazing artists of the past like Burns. It's a living, breathing language with multiple artists, poets, teachers, everybody working in it. So let's keep up the chat and push for what an independent Scotland could be. This is obviously only one small thing, but our language, our culture, our history, our present and our future. So, now I'm going to do a wee Dundee Scots poem about my great-granddad. He came over here from Poland just after the Second World War. And this is called Hope for a Better Future, which I think we could all relate to right now. He worked a day and into the night. 14 bairns to feed and a wife to keep. Seen things nae Sewell should see. Ending up in a scheming bonny Dundee. Crumpled into a council twa bed, a garden to grow beetroot, rhubarb, a pigeon shed. Frae a sma town in Poland to Fintry, after war and losing his family. I never kent him, never heard his voice, but picture him clearly. Visited his grave as a baron, looked at the few photos, noticed his appearance passed to generations. Memorised his face, so imprinted in my brain. He swore like a sailor, frustrated with a local tongue, couldn't quite get his mouth round the words. Polish to Dundonian, then English. There was a Polish club back then, next to where I live now. They'd socialise with other families in the same boat, a proper community of folk torn away from their homes and building new ains. He started a family, so big, so at o'er that there's folk in near every corner of the world. He was a widower in Poland, father to one daughter displaced to Dundee, this town that bracks our hearts and fills it up. Did his heart sink when he arrived? Did he look out o'er the tay and wish for what could have been? Did he ever look back or just look forward? I think sometimes we should look to the times afore, honour ancestors, what it took for them to live, blessed for some of the things they passed on, cheekbones, recipes, words, love and hope. Hope. I think he must have had hope after ahin that passed. Hope for a better future any of these days. Thank you so much.
Oh, Taylor Dyson, and hope for a better future. Incredible. Next up, we've got two phenomenal speakers, the new younger faces of the political leadership in Scotland. Please welcome Gillian Mackay and Ross Greer, MSPs.
My goodness, there's even more of you from up here than it felt down there. Thank you all for being with us. We're so proud to be here with you on behalf of the Scottish Greens. I'm proud to see so many people here today, and I'm proud to be part of this march for democracy, because that's what independence is about. It's about democracy. It's about making our own decisions. It's about being able to do things differently. It's about recognising that the best people to decide what happens in Scotland are the people who live here. Why should we be forced to choose between a far-right Reform Party and a Labour Party that's punished disabled people with cuts and armed Israel's genocide against Gaza? Not even Anas Sarwar thinks that Keir Starmer is fit to be Prime Minister, so why should we have to put up with him? We can do so much better than that, and there is no time to waste. Every day that we're in Parliament, we're coming up against the limits of devolution. Whether it's raising wages, cutting bills, or protecting our environment, we're constantly told that we can't do it. We're told to accept that we don't have the power or the right to change things. Thank you, Ross. We're told to accept that the most important powers will always be at Westminster. Well, I don't accept it. I don't accept that there will always be poverty, or that we need to scapegoat and demonise people who've chosen to make a home here. Scotland is a welcoming country, and one that can make our own decisions. We could be a voice for peace, justice, and human rights, and for our planet. We could reject the hostile anti-immigrant environment whipped up by Westminster parties. We could stand up for ourselves and stand up to Donald Trump and his attacks on Iran. We could decide to be a republic where our leaders are elected rather than inheriting their position. But we can only do any of these things with independence. Without it, we'll continue having the biggest decisions made for us by people who don't listen to us and don't care what we think. We were lied to in 2014. We were promised so much, and instead we ended up with Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, and a Brexit that Scotland voted against. We can't let that happen again. We need to speak to our friends, speak to our neighbours, speak to the people who have changed their minds and build the biggest and strongest movement that we can. I'm here because I believe that we can do better. We're here because we believe in our right to self-governance. We're here because we believe in our right to do things differently. I'm here because I believe our future should be decided by the people who live here. I'm here because I believe in Scotland. It's time to demand better, it's time to stand together, and it's time to stand up for Scotland. Thanks so much, friends. I'll now pass over to Ross.
Thank you all so much for coming out today, and what a brilliant day it is for us. Almost every single time we have one of these marches, the sun is shining. I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign that someone somewhere wants us to achieve our goal. And friends, we're here because we all believe. We believe in Scotland. We believe that this can be a fairer country, a more just country, a country that plays a peaceful and constructive role in the world. And you know, that's why the Unionists get so wound up by us. We're all here because we have hope for the future of our country. And they cannot offer any alternative to the hope that comes with independence. Every day for the last 10 years, I've had to share a parliament with politicians who get up every day to say what Scotland can't do, to say what Scotland shouldn't do, to say that we should get back in our box, that our dreams, our optimism for the future should be smaller. Well, we're here to say that we have had enough of that. Our dreams for this country couldn't be bigger. We know that Scotland can be better than a country where the top 2% have more wealth than half of the population combined. We know that this can be a country that's better than one where 1 in 5 children are in poverty. And with the limited powers that our Parliament already has, we've shown the people of this country the value of Scottish self-government. It is because of our movement, because this is not just a movement for an independent Scotland, but a fairer Scotland. It's because of this movement that Scotland is right now the only country in the UK where child poverty is already falling rather than going up. Because the energy for progress in this country sits exclusively with our movement. The politicians on the other side, the parties on the other side, they're not coming up with the solutions to the problems that we face. They don't want us to solve them. As Gillian said, we can all think back to 2014. We were told, vote no, it's the only way to stay in the European Union. Don't vote for independence, your energy bills will go up in an independent Scotland. Well, we've seen what more than a decade of staying in the Union looks like after 2014. It's not the future that the Unionists promised us. That's why independence is now the position of a majority of people in this country. So over the next 40 days before the election, there's a challenge for our movement, whichever parties in the movement we're all from or whichever parties you all support, there is a challenge for our movement. How do we inspire the people of this country? How do we inspire even more people to believe in Scotland, to believe that this country's future is best placed in the hands of the people who live here? In 40 days' time, we have the opportunity to do something that we've never managed to do before. We have the opportunity to do what a poll just this week showed is possible, to get a 2/3 supermajority for independence elected. We can show Keir Starmer, we can show the entire Westminster establishment that the people of this country are ready to take its future and put it into our own hands. We are ready to unleash the vast potential of this country. I believe that Scotland not just can be a better and a fairer place, I believe that with independence, we will soon be that better, fairer country, that country that unleashes its full potential. Friends, I am ready for Scotland to be an independent nation. Are you? Thank you all so much for coming out today. Let's do it. 40 days to go. Let's hear it for our Green Coat leaders. And now we've got some music. Ready for a few tunes? We've had the Bonnie Scott to Dundee, now we're getting some Gaelic for the West Coast. Who's a Gaelic speaker in the house? Who'd like to be a Gaelic speaker in the house? That's the good stuff. Let me get this pronunciation correct. Is that a Gaelic heckle? Love to hear it. Irish McGuven agus Harrigan. We can do better than that. Let's hear it for them.
Cymru Hashif. Hey. Where Jeshel? They're ready down here. Where Jeshel? Wel, smission is mag ik gewoon. Kom je als een open. En Mocharisch en zo.
Hallo.
My name's Angus Smith, and I'm Innismaghagowan, and we've come down from Oban to sing to you today. But we've met up for it with some friends here in Edinburgh. My wee cousin Andrew and his pal Rory, and their mum and dad. No, not their mum and dad, their mums. And we're here to sing you a song that's very dear to my heart. I wrote this song about 20 years ago. I was at a feast in Oban, tutoring the kids, and we did a register. There was Gaelic singing and guitar. And what we do, we'd say, "Oh, Andrew," and he would go, "Hammy shop, Rory, Hammy shop," which means, "I am here." Are you here? So, the words in this song are very appropriate. It's about a revival in the Gaelic language through the children. And there are children, thousands of them throughout this land, speaking Gaelic, aren't there? Way. And the words are, Hammy Shaw, I am here. Vilugam Kleinchin, can you hear me? Hammy Shaw, Coloratia, I am with you. Right? We're all here together. We're all friends together, aren't we? Yeah. And we're all wishing the best for all our friends throughout this land, whether they're supporters at the moment or not yet. So. And what songs go on there? Gaelic Bio Hast, Alson Cheershaw. The Gaelic's still alive in this land. Vibrant language. Gaelic Bio Hast, Alson Cheershaw. Avelugam Kleinchin. Can you hear me? Halana Chundach and Taumag and Elnandras. The tide is turning. Our time is now. Vilugam Kleinchin, can you hear me? O Alabama, what do you ken? O Scotland, my own country. Echt, Riedel Klein. Listen to your children. Here we go. Hammy Shaw, Avelugam Kleinchin, Shinagamat, Parental, Hammy Shaw, Coloration, Enge, Erigay, Enge, Erigay, Goodbye. A Gaelic Bio Hast, Alson Cheer, Shaw, Velugam Kleinchin, Lana Chundach, Hantau Maganaun and Drast of Velugam Kleinchin. Oh, Alaba, Scotland! Mo Duichain, my own country. Echt, Rido Clown. Listen to your children. Hamisha, Amelugam Kleinchin, Shinagamai, Parente, Hamisha, Coloration, and good. Mountain air in the air, Salas Bria, Kuman Salas a Jarsuk. Gumachri, mo spirit manal, cuman channel lasker. Oh, Alaba, Scotland. Mo do ich heen. Ist Riddoch ri. Amisha, Hamilgam Clenchen, Chinagaman,
Quarantine, Hamisha, colonization, and good, and good, and good, and good.
Gungu, Kohanan, Catchavation, without a voice, who are we, where are we? Ach, ha, Gaelic Beyond, has hope is alive. Alison cheer, Shaw, Coom, and solace, Coom, and solace, keep the light shining, Coom. And solace a jarsa. Hamisha. As you say it, Hamisha. Hamisha. Hamisha, Gum clenching, reaching out across the world. I am here, right beside you. One voice on the wind. One voice on the wind. Jirach and good. Ergei Gebra Gebra. Tabulation, thank you.
Let's hear it for Angus and friends. Angus Carrigan. Are you ready for a guy that's won a few acting awards? You're kenning for all sorts of places. He is a Golden Globe winner. He is an Emmy winner. He's an Olivier winner. And he is, most importantly, Dundee's ambassador to the world. Please welcome to stage Mr. Brian Cox. Right here and right against the mic. Nice and loud.
Nice and loud. Hi, how are you? You having a good time? Good. Listen, I've come very late to all this. You know, I've been ploughing my own furrow for many years now, so I didn't realise how much Scotland meant to me, how deeply it means to me. And it's really come to me in my later life. But I feel it's time that we were free. We are not free. And we are the people who will make it free. And it's up to you to do it. We've been treated like the poor relation for long fucking enough, quite frankly. We really have. And it's time we showed who we are and who we are as a people. I mean, I can't get out of my system. I am a Scot. I'm even a Dundonian, would you believe? But there you go. I was the only one who understood her poem, by the way. Nobody else did. But it's just amazing to me that to see you all here and to know that we all share the passion. And it's not about parties, it's about people who want a free Scotland. And that's what we have to get. So get out there, get your neighbours and say, get out voting and make this country, for fuck's sake, free. Thank you.
Brian Cox! Please welcome to the stage the future Prime Minister of an independent Scotland, John Swinney!
What an absolutely magnificent sight this is on Calton Hill. The voice of the people of Scotland demanding our independence. This march is so important, and I want to thank Believe in Scotland, Gordon McIntyre Kemp and everyone involved for giving us this opportunity to say loud and clear throughout Scotland to the international community, Scotland is ready for independence and it is coming now. We're a country of good values. We believe in compassion. We believe in dignity. We believe in the respect of other people. We believe in equalities. We believe in human rights. We're against illegal wars. We're in favour of peace around the world. That's who we are as a country. But the United Kingdom stops our voice being heard on the international stage. And I want it to be heard loud and clear that Scotland is a country that believes in peace. We abhor nuclear weapons. We abhor war around the world. We are a country that believes in peace and equality and fairness. And we will be that independent voice in the days to come. I am proud to lead a government in Scotland that is reducing child poverty, that's improving the lives of people in our country. But we are held back by the decisions of Westminster, where in an energy-rich country, our people live in fuel poverty, paying sky-high fuel bills. That's the fault of the United Kingdom, and we must take Scotland's energy wealth into Scotland's hands with independence. And we are at a moment where we must make this happen for the future of our country, for the future of our children and our grandchildren in Scotland today. So we have an opportunity in the weeks to come in the Scottish election of making sure that Scotland's voice is heard and that Scotland's future is taken into Scotland's hands. So I say to every one of you, this is a moment for action. This is a moment to take the marching that we've done together in solidarity, in a sense of community that we've all enjoyed today, out into the streets and communities of Scotland to make sure Scotland's voice is heard on the 7th of May. Now we've got colleagues from other parties here today, and they will make their pitch for how people should vote in the election. But as leader of the Scottish National Party, let me make it clear. I want an overall majority so I can take Scotland's future into Scotland's hands. Friends, we've come a long way as a movement. We've come so close to winning independence in 2014, and since then, the public have seen the rip-off of our energy bills. They've seen Scotland ripped out of the EU against our will. They've seen our name being taken in vain in the international community, and we've had enough. So let's take our opportunity on the 7th of May. Let's stand together. Let's get that emphatic SNP win, and let's take Scotland's future into Scotland's hands and win our independence. Thank you very much.
Swinney, 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 Swinney. Swinney, Swinney. Oh. Hey, so I've got a vote of thanks to do. I'm gonna get a big cheer for everyone that's helped out today. If you can get me a nice rolling round of applause, and I'll read through. So, for the Yes Bikers, for the Sure Alba Pipes and Drums, for the I Notes joining us on the march, Indy Live Handicap Bus Service, the Believe in Scotland team, Gordon McIntyre Kemp, Marcus, Andrew, Stuart, Jackie, David Spacey, Angus MacDonald, all the stewards who are so helpful today, Police Scotland, Edinburgh City Council, the only cheer they've ever had in their entire life, your lovely host Alistair Heather. And now, if I can ask all the acts to turn to your adoring audience, can I ask Mr. Swinney, Mr. Cox, all your acts, can I get a big cheer for Kevin Gore, for Lesley Riddoch, for Angus, Rhoda and Catherine, for Taylor Dyson, for Aamer Anwar, for Brian Cox, for Gillian Mackay and Ross Greer, and for Mr. John Swinney! Thank you everyone for coming, thank you so much. Please make yourselves, thank you so much for coming. Can I get a big round of applause for the crowd from the stage? You guys have been amazing. Now, as we disperse to get ready to build for this election, take good care of each other getting off the hill. The safest way is right back down the way we came. There's too many of us to squeeze down the stair, so head back down that way. Anyone that'd like to use the minibus, head across the car park behind the monument. You can start forming an orderly queue there. So one last time, thank you to all our speakers, and thank you to all of you. Goodbye, and see you in independent Scotland.